All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to Superlative Talks with Superlative Secret Society. Also, now we have our guest from Flower Girls and also Humanoids. And from Superlative Secret Society, we got Mitch, Kisso, and also Joandy. And KMC is behind the Superlative Secret Society. So, yeah. All right. Still waiting for a couple of people who joins our tour space. So we'll wait for a couple of minutes, I think. And hold on. All right, finally we got Pebre and Queso. Shout out to Crypto Daddy.
Hey, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening.
Morning.
And I know that for crypto, Daddy is a little bit more late. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna give you access.
Finally. And it's a little bit quiet, but bear with us. We're still setting up a couple of things here. Thank you so much for coming to our Twitter space.
I was talking on mute. So we have Luke and Mitch. I just sent you the invite to.
I think Mitch is not feeling well,
Oh,
but he's here.
all right.
Yeah, Queso's not feeling great either, but I'll
Hey,
still join.
hey, Queso.
Kiss is not feeling great either. All right.
No, I'm getting over the COVID booster from like yesterday, and I have a kind of a bad headache, but yeah, I'll get through it.
Really sorry to hear that, fam. Wishing you a speedy recovery for sure.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, don't force it, man. I gotcha. Appreciate it.
All right. So we have Kira from Flower Girls. We have
Wow,
Crypto
sure.
from the Humanoids. And I don't know if we're missing someone else from Flower Girls.
I
Kira?
think her name is Diela, and it's Witch Friend.
Yo, what's up, bro?
There he is.
Yo,
The master.
I
I'm
mean,
Kira.
everybody's Witch Friend for now.
Hey Arif, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, and I'm so excited, bro, because there's Kira here.
I see.
Arif, hello Arif.
Hi,
Finally.
long time no
It's so nice to
see.
hear your voice, Arif. Hello.
Yeah, we just texting and yeah, so happy to hear your voice too, Kira.
I know, it's so cool. Well, hello. I hope you're having a great day.
Ah, yes, sure, thank you.
Thank you for
All
joining our
right.
Twitter space. Yeah, let's go. Favorite stage is yours.
Well, we have
That's
a
right. I think
yeah.
Mantis is trying to request to speak as well.
let me see. There's a lot of people here. Give me 1 second.
I know, right? I was like, oh, hold on.
Let me try to find out where is he.
Can we put a background music or something so it's not too quiet?
Maybe
I know,
maybe
right?
someone can think.
Yeah, and
So where is he? I don't see him.
I think King of Convenience is good
good
for
music, eh?
background. Yeah.
King of Convenience. Let's see.
Or
Opening up.
of
Kira, can you tell me what's the, or can he raise his hand or something so I can
Yeah, I'm
see
gonna
the,
send
his
him.
request?
I'm sending him a DM right now.
All right. So crypto, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me up here. It's always nice to talk to other projects and other artists. I don't know how many spaces you guys have or have held, but I'm always really interested to see how other project spaces go.
Gee,
Hi Crypto, nice to meet you, Crypto.
nice to have you here, Crypto. Finally.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you so much for joining us too.
Okay, I have Mantis here, so
Hey,
you can speak
thank
now.
you.
Thank
Really
you.
happy to be here. Hey, everybody.
Good to have you here, man.
Hello
Thank you
everybody.
so
Hi
much for being
Mantis.
here. Go.
All right, so we have everything and everyone. So I think we can just start. So we have a few questions for you. I mean, thank you for joining us. It was it's a pleasure for us to have you. I mean, Flower Girls, the Humanoids, and all the SSS community as well today. So I mean, I'm very excited about that. I have a few questions that we prepare for you guys. So I don't know. We can start with probably with Kira and then with Crypto Daddy. Sorry, Crypto
He's a
Daddy.
daddy now.
Yeah, yeah.
Was a kid, now I'm a daddy.
Yep.
So probably how everything started. I mean, when you discover NFTs, and how do you explain NFT to your family, friends? I mean, we're gonna talk about the project of course, but that's something that I would like to and we would like to understand as well. I mean, for everyone here, NFT is a topic that is very hard. We are all passionate about it, and I think it's very hard to explain to other people. So maybe if you can talk a little bit, and Mantis, feel free as well to speak about it.
So, what's your origin story?
I'll let Kira go first.
Cool. Yeah. Well, hi, everybody. I'm Kira. I am the head of marketing for Flower Girls. So I guess I started my NFT journey probably maybe 7 or 8 months ago. It all started when I had a phone call with my brother, Jeremy, and he's a programmer, and he just started telling me all about NFTs and how it was this new, big, amazing thing. And I had no clue what he was talking about at all. And he was just so passionate about it and just, told me about it for about 2 hours and was like, Kira, you have to look into this. You have to see if maybe you can, put your art out as NFTs. And then he just gave me some resources to look into, like Nifty Gateway and other things to, research. So I did some research and I was like, what? This is, I was confused and then mind blown and then inspired. And then I decided to jump on in. Yeah, so that's kind of my origin story, I suppose. And I guess the way I explain NFTs to people, I guess I'll try to make this like a quick answer, but I know like a lot of people are compared to trading cards in a way, so I sometimes give that comparison. But then also that this is just like revolutionary for artists, and it's this brand new like revenue stream really that is changing the lives of many artists, including myself. And I always like to mention how, because of the blockchain technology, how after we sell our art, the royalties, that's the real game changer for artists, is that, there's this possibility of potential passive revenue. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I could go on and on about all the things I say to my friends and family about NFTs, but I'm sure other people have that to share next. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I see a lot of similarities between a lot of people's penetration to the NFT space. I got into cryptocurrency back in, I think, like 2011. And my background, I'm a film producer, director, photographer by trade. And when I first discovered NFTs was when CryptoPunks came out. And what really intrigued me was the whole blockchain and adding kind of a contract to a digital image. As a photographer that practices in the digital medium, I wanted to get into fine art. And a big barrier for me was whenever I would go to a gallery, they would always stop me at the door and they would say, well, you're shooting on a digital medium, and how do you attach value to a digital medium? You should be shooting on film. And they wouldn't even entertain the images because their whole notion is, well, it's to stop somebody from just right clicking and saving and then printing your image. So with NFTs and the blockchain and these contracts, you add a reference, you add ownership. You can attach value because you have this trail of notoriety, right? You can add value to something that nobody has because you have a way to authenticate it. So that really intrigued me with NFTs, and it really got me passionate. And then that's kind of how I introduce it to family, friends, people who don't know the space. I kind of pitch them on my personal life experience with it and the hardships that I went through as a digital artist, and how now with royalties, distribution, mints, it's kind of revolutionized people who have been struggling for so long in this digital format. So I'm a definitely like a big champion for the NFT space. I'm so happy with what it's done, and I'm super excited about where it's going. It's evolving literally every day, if not every hour. And I'm really excited to be here with everybody.
Thank you. That was I can see the passion about it, and all. Yeah, that was a really good answer. Mantis, do you have anything to add to it?
Yeah. I think, like most people here, I had sort of converging interests in art and crypto, and been an artist all my life, and I've been, professionally with different arts organizations, and working as a graphic designer and a writer. I became aware of NFTs, I think, early 2020, and it was just kind of a just subject of interest for me for a while. And just as I had little bits of time, I would do a little bit more research on it, and finally jumped in April of this year, and it's just been, I mean, the most beautiful experience. Like, aside from having children and things like that, the most beautiful experience of my life. Just meeting all these different people, and I'm learning new languages, and it's just so cool. And being able to help with the Flower Girls project has been really meaningful as well. I explain NFTs to family and friends. I like to compare them to stocks. Like I'm buying a stock in an artist, and that stock comes in the form of a piece of art that you, as the collector, can assign value to. Unlike with stock, stock is just worth whatever the market says it is. And the NFT market might disagree with you as far as the value you assign to your stock in that artist. But it's, that's how I like to explain it. And then, you always hear well, why is this more valuable than a piece of art on your wall? And it's not necessarily, it isn't necessarily, but to me, it's more useful. Well, first of all, my walls are already full of art. I can't fit anymore. And so I can collect as much as I want here in the NFT space and not have to worry about, do I have room for this? But, the art I have on my wall, you can't see it. Like, only I can see it. Other people can't see it. And so the art that we collect here and sell here as artists, it's available for the world to see, and people can choose whether people can place value on that and choose whether they want to buy it or not. And that's just not true of the art that's hanging in our homes, as much joy as they give us. So yeah, it's just and I think everyone's been in that situation where you talk about NFTs and people's eyes glaze over, and so it's just become cliche, but we are really early, and just we're in the right place at the right time for sure.
Thank you for that. Yeah, and I was kind of laughing because I talked about NFT to everyone, and I mean, generally speaking, I receive the same. I mean, as you were saying, people like stare at me like, "What the heck are you talking about?" You know, it's yeah. I need to chill a little bit on that. Um, Interesting that Kira, Crypto, and Mantis, you are coming from like more artistic backgrounds, right? Like I know that Kira has, well, she's an artist, had a filming company, I think, a production company or something, Kira, and
Yeah.
Crypto as well. Mantis, you too. So that's really cool that you're coming from not a technical background that's most of or a lot of people is coming from. That's really cool.
Hey, but I'm
So
still
we
out of curiosity. So, from Flower Girls are Mantis, Diela, and Kira, right? Am I right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
Kira and Mantis are from Flower Girls, yes.
All right. So, I've been told because I think it's Diela and Kira, but now we got Mantis also. Yeah, just this is super. This is super. Thank you guys for being in our space today. It's an honor to have you guys also from Humanoids.
Hi everyone, sorry I'm late to join.
Nah, never too late.
Hi Dila, my senior.
Arif. Hi Arif.
Salam kenal, nice to meet you in here, Dila.
Yeah, thank you, Superlative
Yeah,
Arif.
thank you so much
Yeah.
for joining us.
Hello. I never actually talked to you, but I love you and your art. It's so nice to not see you but hear you.
Hi
Yeah,
Kira. Hi Mantis. Hi.
even we are in a same country, but I never have a chance to meet Dila.
Okay,
Yeah.
now I'm starstruck. Hello, so good to see you.
Hi.
Good to see you too.
And again, this is a good thing about Tourist Space and NFT. So it connects people. Right on. And
That's right.
go for it, February. What's next?
Okay. So well, now that we know a little bit more, each other, I would like to understand. I mean, if you can talk about your collections, right? Flower Girls, the Humanoids, and Dila, you feel free. I mean, I know that you're a one-on-one artist, but you can also speak about it. Is what unexpected challenges have you faced? Launching the collection, and probably I don't know if you can share a little bit of the behind the scenes, and the stress before launch and all the details. But if you can speak a little bit more about that. I mean, I know that the community, your community, I mean, Flower Girls community, Humanoids community, even the SSS community and NFT in general, would like to learn and listen a little more about.
About the journey, just in case the it gets cut off. I think.
Yeah, Siva.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't. It won't let me mute my mic, so
It's all right.
kind of getting semi-rugged here. But I guess I can speak to that a little bit. I think the biggest challenge for us has just been all the activity. Like we were not expecting it to be as popular as it has been, and obviously Gary Vee got involved and brought a lot of people with him, and so we were just we've been just kind of struggling to keep up ever since that began, and it's a good problem to have, but it's been I think we've got our hashtag NFT family here that's peaceful and we all love each other, and there's when you get out of that bubble a little bit and it gets you get off the island, and there's kind of some dangerous waters out there. There's a lot of scammers, and there's been other issues. Just once a project has a high enough profile, you kind of have a target on your backs, and so that's been probably the biggest challenge we've had so far.
Yeah, definitely. Just keeping up with the pace of everything. Because after we sold out, suddenly we had hundreds of, maybe thousands of messages coming in to all of us. So I'm tag teaming the Twitter page, and so I'm checking the DMs, and it's like so much is coming in. We're getting all of these notifications, and it's all so magical and amazing, but it's also very hard to keep up with. But fortunately, our community is so wonderful, and we have a lot of amazing people who are helping us to keep up with everything. And Varvara is just so on top of it and so incredible, and I'm just so in awe of her ability to just like stay on top of everything, even though there's so much energy and passion coming our way. So I would say that's been one of the biggest challenges is with the success is all of this communication and people and energy to balance and to navigate. So yeah.
I speak in a lot of spaces with other projects and artists, and there's always one thing that seems to be common is what Kira said. It can be overwhelming, right? And what Mantis said, you never expect the level of traffic, the level of energy, the attention, the activity. It's shocking when these things happen, and I tend to use this as an opportunity for people listening that want to get into this space and start their own projects. Before public sale, during pre-sale, during minting, we didn't expect the level of activity, and we sold that out right away. And then going to public sale, our server providers, they couldn't even keep up. We sold out in 3 minutes, and this wasn't something we could anticipate. And at the last minute, we were scrambling for more providers to facilitate this high traffic, this high volume. So anybody that's wanting to get into this space, start a project, definitely invest in the extreme. Be prepared, because you don't want anybody to have lack of faith in you, even if it's out of your control, right? If your service provider can't facilitate, have a backup, so that way you can come online right away. But then once you mint and you sell out, you think, oh, we're in the clear, now we can relax. Guess what? That is not true. After mint and public sale and you sell out, those are all great things, but now you have a group of 10,000 people. You have a community. You have people that are looking to you, people that you have given commitments to, a roadmap. and you always have to deliver. It can be overwhelming to keep up. You know, you love these people because these people are your champions. These people are your supporters, and you always want to deliver and meet their expectations. But this is, in my opinion, the most challenging, because the NFT space is very much an instant gratification. People want now. You promise tomorrow, they want it now. So for me, you know, and from what I've experienced, this is something it's a constant battle, and it's not for the faint of heart. So, you know, if you get into it, really prepare yourself for these things, because it's a reality. It's also fun. It's also very fun, but it's a reality that you're definitely going to have to come to face with. So I would say that's the most challenging thing, is dealing with 10,000 people and their expectations every single day.
Yeah, exactly. And having that team in place before you begin is so huge. All credit to Varvara on our side for putting together a great dev team. And you know, we had the Discord kind of going, and people sort of like, you know, mods coming on board. And so by the time we launched, you know, we had at least some people in place to work on that. And that's something that I you know, wouldn't have really thought about, but totally agree. You have to be prepared for those things before you start.
Many moving pieces for sure. Arif or Luke, do you want to speak as well from Superlative Secret Society, right? I mean, what was your experience?
Yeah, I think Luke is more knowing since he covered Superlative since
Yeah,
the
man.
public sale. Yeah, share your experience.
What experience? We're on the same boat at the same day, same time at that time. So yeah, it's really an unexpected experience coming from our, of course, future holders at that time, because it sold out like in a blink of an eye, basically. And yeah,
Tell
we
us
got
tell us the story when you face the havoc in the public sale.
yeah, because like you said, we gotta meet the expectation, which not everyone has that privilege of meeting the expectation itself. So basically, well, public relation at the highest peak at that time, and it's really a big deal because, well, roadmap is a promise that we should fulfill and being responsible with, as you may all know. As we speak, up until now, we're still doing it. I mean, our roadmap is not 100% complete, and that's what we're doing. Although it might seems like, I don't know, some, what you call it, when there's too much post again and again and again. So yeah, but still, we got to do it because it's our promise. Yep, and also, yeah, we're working on how to sustain our engagement in the community, and that's a that's a big thing to do in collectibles in this case. So I couldn't be more agree with humanoids and flower girls in this case. It's really a new experience for us, especially coming from I mean, NFTs and collectibles are really a new space for us, especially in Indonesia for sure. I mean, if we talk about NFT with people in Indonesia, it's still brand spanking new. Not everybody. I mean, more than 50% Indonesians are new to the term NFTs as we speak. That's why Superlative Secret Society is having a booth in Urban Sneaker Society in Jakarta a couple of days back. It's to spread awareness about NFT. So the market is really big in Indonesia because it's just started. So yeah, again, marketing at its highest peak for NFT. Well, that's the story.
I think in Indonesia, not only NFT, like even art itself is very uncommon for Indonesian. something that only some certain peoples can really appreciate art, and especially NFT is still very something not very familiar with Indonesian. Even for me, like I came from as an illustrator in Indonesia, and the appreciation for illustration and artists is still little, not like in other countries.
Laura, I'm gonna help you out. So, Diela, I think what you mean is underrated, right? And
Yeah.
yeah, it's so sad to see that. And in the first person view, I mean, yeah, it's really underrated. But with NFT, things could escalate really big because I mean, Superlative Secret Society is basically the only booth that doesn't sell anything on in Jakarta Convention Center, and it's packed with people who's interested in NFT. So big applause to NFT space because it's opened up a huge opportunity for future artists in Indonesia. But I hope it's not just an art because we could add more value to the art itself, like people from I don't know, US, Canada, and everybody's around the world that use NFT and combine it with utilities around the world. Not to mention now we have NFT music and games also. So yeah, big chance and opportunity still in the future. At least that's what
Yeah,
Superlative thinks.
we have Pepsi as well.
Perfect.
Yeah, with like
Alright.
with all these pressures, with dealing with your all the stresses with the roadmaps and balance in the community and all that, are there times where you just felt overwhelmed and you just wanted to quit? And like, how do you get the motivation to push through that?
That's a
Um,
good question.
you know, it's a question that I feel kind of hits home to me. Um, it can definitely be overwhelming. Absolutely. Especially if you have, a 10,000 mint and there's 5,000 holders. That's a lot of pressure on anybody because it's, the NFT space is 24 hours. If you come into our Discord, it's never a dull moment. Um, and I dare to say that not everybody can handle it, but I think what helps you persevere is your passion, and your commitment to your community. Because at the end of the day, expectations, demands, well, these are usually fueled by emotion. And at the core of that emotion, it just means, your community cares. So, if you take a step back, take a breather, and just think, like, rationalize it in the sense that everybody wants the same thing. They want the project to succeed, right? Open the communication, work with your community, and there's always a resolution. There's always something to come from it, especially in a positive light. Um, it's easy to break down and give up and walk away, but you're walking away from something that you worked so hard for and that you've achieved what so few people have achieved. So I always look at it as why would you ever walk away or give up an opportunity like that? It's worth it to persevere, and like, nothing comes easy in life. Nothing. The hardest things pay off the most, and at the end of the day, when you when you work through these things and you know that you can deliver, you just stay at it, because longevity is something that is a constant battle. It's not something that is just given to you. Um, and I don't really know if that answers the question, but I feel like that's the only answer. You just have to stick to it and keep at it.
No, it absolutely does. Kira, what do you think? How do you get the motivation?
Wow. Well, first off, I just wanted to say that Crypto Daddy, your answer was amazing, and I kept wanting to interrupt and be like, yes, yes, yes. For me, big part of everything I do is mental health focused, because I personally deal with anxiety and depression, and I know a lot of artists do. And so for me, I always try to keep that in mind and try to maintain a sense of balance. And sometimes that's really hard when there's so much happening, so many demands, and just a lot of energy flowing, you know? And so I guess for me, big thing is just self-care, a reminder to myself and to the people around me to, take care of ourselves and take care of the community, and really come from a loving place. Yeah, I don't know if that it really answers it, but that's a big thing for me.
Yeah, and it's just there's so much, especially with something like Flower Girls, where there's this charitable component to it. It's hard to imagine walking away from that. You've got so many people, looking to that, and I think counting on that in some cases, and but being inspired by that, and so it's just so meaningful to be a part of that. Personally, my issue is, NFTs and this project in particular are starting to interfere with my day job, and so I'm not planning on quitting NFTs, but I'm, starting to look at ways to quit my non-NFT work. So yeah, it's just such a cool opportunity. It's hard to imagine turning it down.
I can agree more. I mean, tell me about it. I was reviewing my time. I mean, the time that I sleep per day is like 4 hours right now. Freaking NFT, you know?
It happens with Witch. Witch is resigned from his real job and starting a new job, full blown Superlative Secret Society right now. Hell, even
Yeah.
I'm thinking about resigning from being a pilot, man.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I decided to resign from my previous job in my real life, and then I decided to I should more focus in the NFT space, because yeah, it's really a big responsible to me and the rest of the team too. That what we try to accomplish our roadmap. Yeah, so it's it's really take so much time for us to achieve.
Yeah, so with great power comes great responsibility, right?
Yeah, and can you imagine for one single independent artist in an NFT with no team?
You
So
should
Hey,
you
yeah,
should
Diela, my apologies. So I heard that Diela is actually a standalone artist, so not with Flower Girl. My bad. It's a correction. My apologies,
he's
man. Now I know. The more I
look
know.
he's a famous illustrator in Indonesia. You don't know? You didn't know
Yes,
that?
you're senior, right? My bad.
Yeah,
Gee, Miss Diela, my sincere apology. Now I know. I,
yeah.
I get my.
hello.
I
Yeah,
Yes,
remember. Yeah,
ma'am.
I
thing.
Shame
remember
on you,
when.
look. Shame on you.
Yeah,
Shame
I
Dia-
on me
remember
too.
Diela was the
when.
first artist that I really fell in love with in the NFT community, and that was I think my first piece I ever collected was one of Diela's pieces on Hiket Nunk. And I remember when I first was discovering her work, and I was just like, oh my gosh, she's so amazing. And every time she dropped something new, I was just completely in love with every single piece.
Kira,
So
thank you.
you're amazing. I love you so much.
So actually, all my NFTs are my personal works from 15 years ago. So
Yeah,
those drawings are already made since like 2010, since I start drawing. So I just like in 8 months that those drawings already gone. I mean,
Oh
I have
no.
nothing new, so I have to make something new. So yes, the challenge for me as an yeah, as artist is how to keep on creating, and the pace is very fast, and even though I don't have like 10 dozen or 5,000 holders to commit to. But yeah, I'm committed to my art and my and the NFT space and the community.
You heard the lady. Go check on her Hiketnan then.
Look, even Kira last time when
I know,
you
right? Where
mentioned,
have I been? I think
yeah,
I'm missing out a lot in NFT space and
yeah,
art space. Dang it.
I remember this moment when Kira mentioned Dila. Hey Arif, do you know Dila? He's same country to you. And then Kira said, why you not do a collabs with Dila? It will be so awesome. And then I'm just say to Kira, that will not happen, Kira.
Why?
Why
You
That
haven't
though?
will
asked
not.
me.
It could happen now.
It can happen now.
No,
Do it, do it.
Do it.
yeah, it's not gonna happen for
Hey,
now.
do we need any reaction on Twitter space so that you guys could do a collabo? Come on, guys, show some love, man.
Yeah, but
Let's
really
go.
nice. Yeah, really nice to see you both, everybody in this space. I'm so grateful to have you, Dila, in here.
Thank you, Rich.
Well, that's actually a great segue. I wanted to know, one question I had was just like, what kind of amazing things have happened in your life, like outside of the NFT space? Like, clearly everybody has had full-time jobs and stuff like that, but now you're actually able to focus on your art. But like, what other amazing things have happened in your life that you'd like to share?
I'll give it to Kira.
Wow. I mean, NFTs have completely changed my life 100%. I've stopped taking on freelance projects, which is a dream come true. I mean, I've loved running my production company and I've had amazing clients, but at the end of the day, it's, I'm hired to create whatever their vision is, and I can do that and I enjoy it, but it's not like flowing from my soul 100%, And so with NFTs, it's like I can just let my heart just go into whatever I want to create, and it's being supported, which is so amazing. But then on top of that, I cannot believe all of my new friends. Like right now I'm like talking to Diela and Arif and and Mantis, and I love all of them. They're all like incredible artists and people, and I'm just so honored that I can say that they're my art buddies, my friends. And even like with Flower Girls, Varvara, the artist, she is one of the most mind-blowing artists I have ever encountered. And now we're working together on Flower Girls, and it's just the connections, the friendships, the adventures. Every single day there's just more and more magic, and there's more and more just unexpected things happening, and I get to experience it alongside people that I really admire and appreciate and adore, and it's just so fulfilling, and it's so cool, and I could just go on and on about just the magic of every single day in the NFT space. But I would say just in general it's just life altering, and now my focus is on creating art that truly is coming from my heart and from my soul, and supporting other artists and journeying with other artists, and pushing the boundaries every day of what's possible for all of us. Yeah, so it's just a complete shift in my life, and I love it. I'm so grateful. So big hugs to everybody.
Yeah,
You know,
perfectly put, Kira.
yeah, definitely. It's funny. I always hear so many repeating themes, and everything Kira said, I is verbatim what I would say. You know, what's so refreshing and amazing about the NFT space is the community element to it. The relationships you form with people all over the world, the excitement that you interact and engage with every day, and you encourage and you participate in. Um, I was stuck in lockdown when all of this kind of happened so quickly for me with the humanoids, and it really helped me get out of a bad space. I was in a 6-month lockdown, and I had these massive communities just being there for me and forming these relationships. And now being involved in a project, I kind of realized something really important to me and valuable to me was I'm part of something where we're all at the forefront of it, and we're all at the beginning. Everybody says the beginning, but we really are. We're at the beginning of something. And it brings me great honor to say that when I'm looking back on my life and, NFTs are integrated into everything, I can say, hey, I was there at the beginning of that. And I was with everybody, like I'm excited to see where Kira's going to be, Diela's going to be, Superlative, where they're going to be. I'm excited to see where everybody is 20 years from now, and where the space is going to evolve from now. And for me, it's given me this like overwhelming meaning to my life. I've always felt like I have meaning, but now it's just so profound. And I don't think my life will ever be the same after being in the NFT space, especially with being with the Humanoids. Like, this project has changed me forever, and I'm happy to dedicate every minute of every day to it. And I'm excited to see what we can bring to the world and what we can offer everybody. And yeah, it's just changed my life forever. It's incredible.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's totally changed my. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go. No, go, Mantis. I was going to ask the same question to you.
Oh yeah. It's just totally changed my trajectory in life. It was. I'm in my late 30s, and I have two small kids, and I had just won't say I'd given up on art, but I'd given up on trying to make a career out of it, and just because I've got other obligations, and my ultimate goal was, okay, well, maybe I can save up enough money, and then I can quit and work on art. And so, but if that's your goal, is to save up money, well, then you're pointed toward your career with all your your intentions, and you kind of lose focus. But here I've been able to refocus on my art and other people's art, and it's just, totally changed everything. And I've got more of a global consciousness now, with so many friends all over the world. And that's just, I can't imagine anything more beautiful than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Arif, I know your life's changed dramatically. I've been kind of watching firsthand how you quit your job. You want to talk about how your life has changed since launching Superlatives?
The only chance of my life is how I can balance my NFT space time with my son. Because that's, yeah, that I really spend my lot of my time in front of my PC or in front of my in my tablet. So yeah, I rarely ask my wife or my son to just take a walk in the evening, or we go to somewhere that we get a vacation or something. Yeah. That's the only chance that really since the NFT space.
And what about
you, Diela?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, the change is so that I could, sell my digital works, of course, and then I can collect other artists' work. And I never imagined I can become a art collector, NFT collector. So now that I can able to support my fellow illustrator and artists, it's amazing for me. So I have the opportunity to do that in NFT in real world. I mean in physical. I don't think I can able to collect physical works because probably too expensive for me to to buy something physical. So in NFT, I could collect other artists' work, and it's amazing, I think.
That's great. I mean, I think for me, for example, I went to Art Basel the last week, 2 weeks ago or something. I was looking at the price of the paints on the wall, and I was like, oh, I will never buy that, you know. And then you realize that you spend you spend even more sometimes buying some JPEG. So it's tricky.
Yeah, that's right.
Guys, I am so desensitized um, with like in terms of cost. You know, I'm like, oh, that's $200. That's so expensive. Oh, that's 0.5 ETH. Oh, that's cheap.
Yeah.
Like I'm like I'm so desensitized because of the NFT space. It's kind of like sometimes I take a step back and I'm like, what am I talking about? Like, I'm saying a pair of shoes is too expensive because it's like $150, but then I'm like, oh, that NFT is only at 0.5 right now. Oh, that's a good penetration point. It's just like the fun. Sometimes I just start laughing at myself.
What's the utility, right?
Yeah.
When you realize comfort in, especially in rupiah, it's like, what did I buy?
Yeah, for those of you who doesn't know, 1 ETH is equal to 63 million
Million.
Indonesian rupiah.
And it could support your life for a month at least.
Wow, really? Wow.
Look at you,
Guys,
60 million per month.
am I the only person that refers to things in real life now as ETH? Like I'll look at something and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's like 0.1
Yeah,
ETH.
me too.
Oh, that's 0.08. Like everything in my life now is like a measurement of ETH.
Oh yeah, that makes
no.
total sense though as an artist because that's how you get paid, right?
I do the same. I do the Go ahead, Kira. Sorry.
Well, with the I don't know if you guys have this, but I got the Coinbase card, so I'm literally paying for things with my Ethereum. So now my brain is definitely looking at things as like, oh, this is the equivalent of 0.006 Ethereum. And yeah, the Coinbase card is amazing. I love it.
I'm a little bit scared about that, for taxes purposes, but
Oh my gosh, I am. Yeah, the tax part, I don't really know, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Do they offer like points similar to credit cards where I can get like points in a cryptocurrency?
Yeah, so basically you load it up with whichever crypto you want, and then you get 1% back in any crypto reward. So I have mine set for, but I've actually heard some people got the Coinbase card and are using it like a normal credit card and loading it up with USD. So just so that their everyday purchases are earning them 1% back in Ethereum. So that's kind of
yeah, that's awesome.
cool use of it.
It's happening.
That's how I want to use it for sure.
Wow.
So this Twitter Space is sponsored by
Coinbase. Speaking of Coinbase, all right. So I'm gonna shout some new questions here. So what's coming for your collection? I mean, do you have new to share with your community right now on this stage of Twitter Space, if I may ask?
Yeah, well, with Flower Girls, we have a lot of exciting plans. We sold out, in like 30 minutes, so we hit all of our milestones immediately. So Varvara is at this moment working on making everything happen. But for our holders, we have lots of exciting airdrops. Like we have a Valentine's Day themed Flower Girl gift. We have. We're going to be raffling off animated Flower Girls. If you hold 2 or more Flower Girls, eventually you're going to be able to cross-pollinate your Flower Girls, which will produce a flower offspring NFT, which is really exciting. And we also have plans to host a children's NFT art exhibit. Or many exhibits, I guess. But we have lots and lots of exciting plans coming up, and it's all happening because we hit all of our milestones. So yeah, Mantis, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah. So yeah, lots of fun things to look forward to. All the things Kira mentioned, and my focus is collecting children's art, and so that's something that's going to be an ongoing fun thing to watch as that unfolds. 5% of all sales go to that, so it's kind of uh, that's substantial, and hopefully it keeps uh, replenishing itself there. So so much fun things to look forward to, um, and just the community keeps growing as well, and kind of coming into its own. So yeah, we're having a lot of fun watching it all unfold.
Yeah, and for anyone in our community that's interested in following along, you can actually watch as Mantis collects the children's NFT art pieces. We shared it on our Twitter, but you can also find it on Mantis's Twitter. But yeah, you should check out our collection, and you can discover really cool children NFT artists, which is really exciting to be supporting the next generation of crypto artists.
That's amazing. I watched I joined I think it's already in OpenSea. I looked at that like 2 or 3 days ago. Probably I'm kind of lost on time. But I saw like 3 or 4 already mint. They look amazing. I mean, we should spread the word there. It's pretty cool
Yep.
initiative.
Yeah, and anyone who would like to look at that collection as it unfolds, it's OpenSea.io/Flower Girls Art Fund, all one word. So you can see what we've collected so far, and new things will appear there every day ish.
Yeah, and in the next few days, we'll continue to make announcements and updates to our community as we, get our airdrops and everything lined up and ready to go. So we're super excited for our plans, and yeah, everything is super exciting over here. So if you haven't joined our Discord and want to know what's happening next, I would invite you to join us there.
That's great. Yeah, and that Discord is pumping in for sure, full of flowers and positivity.
And also, if you guys don't mind, I have personal questions since I know Superlative Secret Society is about 3 months old now. Yeah. Again.
Do you mind? Because we are waiting for Crypto Daddy to answer the question as well.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Gee, I was too excited.
It's okay.
I know. I can tell. I'm like,
Yeah.
come on, look. Hold
Yeah.
the horses.
Stage is yours, Daddy. My bad, man.
No problem. I could hear the excitement.
I'm sending you a brotherly hug, man.
Yeah, speaking of airdrops, we're gearing up to do our airdrop. It's for every 2 humanoids that our community holds, we're giving a companion airdrop. And we're really excited about this. I can't go into too much detail over it, but Cutter, the creator, the artist, he's been working so hard to make sure that we deliver on time. And I did get to see my first glimpses, and I can't wait for everybody to get their companions. I think everybody's gonna be super happy. I think it's gonna make a lot of noise. But aside from that, I'm also very excited because we've been working hard on getting our merch done. We're in our final stages of finalizing it, and it's the one thing I can't wait to see is everybody in our community rocking the Humanoids merch, having their badge of honor, showing the world our logo, our brand, because I love it. And just evolving the project with what's coming. We're going to be introducing staking and tokenomics, and these are things that I'm a huge proponent for. Everybody talks about utility. It's such a hot topic, but implementing proper utility, not just a buzzword, not just a gimmick, something that has longevity and value, and that you give to the community that is it not just a reward, but it allows them to interact with the project, and will be used with further initiatives down the road with the project. So I'm super excited on all these things. We have giveaways coming up, and there's a couple partnerships that I'm working on, and I'm hoping that they'll be solidified soon. If they do pan out, it's something that I'm hoping will be one of the first projects to officially partner with certain companies. So the future for us, there's so many great things coming. Like I wish I could go into more detail. This is the problem. It takes every ounce of strength for me not to just kind of blurt things out. But yeah, I'm super excited for the future.
Yeah, that's the secret sauce, right?
Tell me what's in the secret sauce. I want to know.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Gee.
What's next for you, Diela?
Currently working on some collaboration with projects, and still slowly making artwork for one her story collection and my self-titled collection on OpenSea. Yeah, I think that's all.
That's great. And if you haven't, take a look of in Twitter Space some posts that are pinned here. So Diela from the Humanoids, Flower Girls was in Times Magazine. So there's a few things that are happening for sure. If you haven't looked at Diela's collection, go and take a look. Flower Girls, join the community. Same with the Humanoids. Look, you can continue.
All right, about the question. Now then, well said from Flower Girls, Diela, and Humanoids. It's a big and humble words coming from each and everyone. Again, like I said, Superlative is 3 months old, and we are working and thinking about ways to like Humanoid said. I mean, Crypto Daddy word is for real. About longevity and value, to add more longevity and value to our community and NFT collectibles. What are tips and trick to manage the community so it could keep the engagement, keep the hypes? I mean, you guys are obviously doing really well. Maybe we could share a little bit tips and tricks for every new NFT artist that has been listening to our Twitter space today. If you guys don't mind, that is. Stage is
Sure.
open.
Yeah. Look, I can't speak for everybody. I can only speak for what I think is the answer to this question. I think it's subjective, but anybody that has a project, anybody who's working on a project, I don't think you have to guess. I think you have your biggest asset at your disposal, and that's your community, right? Listen to them. Hear their thoughts, their suggestions, their needs, their wants, their desires, their fantasies. All of those things matter. And in that line of communication, there's your answer will be there in some form. Be creative with it. But I know that with our project, there are certain things that the community has addressed that they want, that they've seen in other projects, or maybe even they've come up with the idea themselves, or we've proposed to them. And if it resonates, you'll know. The voice will always be there. You should never be guessing on what your community wants. If you're guessing, then the communication's not there. And I see this happen a lot. I see people looking at trends as opposed to looking within their own community. Just because another project's doing something doesn't mean you have to do it too. Doesn't mean it's going to work for you. What will work for you is within your own limitations, but like I said, within what your community wants. And I think when you go off of that foundation, it's strong enough that it'll carry your project in the direction that you want it to go, and your community will be happy, because at the end of the day, it's the community that's going to support you. It's the community that's going to champion your project, and it's the community that's going to drive your project forward. The longevity depends on the community. So don't overlook your strongest asset. I think that's the only thing we should all be looking at.
Wow.
Stiglas?
I'm speechless, man. Give me chills, man, for real. I'm taking a note, man. The longevity is on the community. All right.
Yeah, I think that crypto, I share everything that crypto says. You know, that's in my mind. I cannot communicate it that way.
Yeah, put it into words, right?
Yeah, kudos to you, crypto.
Yeah, I think the best advice I can give to someone who's just starting is just to be patient and take your time, just baby steps every day. It's so, you get here and it's so overwhelming and there's so much going on. I think people feel pressure to just do everything all at once. And it's like, I don't know, it's like you're dropped in Times Square suddenly and there's flashing lights everywhere, but the difference is like everyone in Times Square has a table where we're trying to sell stuff. And like, you don't want to, if that happens to you, you don't just show up and set up a table necessarily right away. You walk around and get to know people and get to know the place, and maybe visit some of the other tables and help out some other people. And so there's so much groundwork that really needs to be done, first and foremost, before you just kind of go nuts with your own program. I'm not saying don't start with your art and that and so forth, but I think that was a mistake I made, was I just showed up and started minting, and I should have observed for a while first.
Kira, do you have any words, or Diela?
I love everything they both just said, so I was just processing it all. Yeah, wow, what was said earlier, I don't know if I can say it any better than that. I guess in terms of people who are new to the space, my biggest piece of advice is, like I said earlier, is taking care of your internal world, because there's so much happening all the time. It's 24/7 community, and you see people who are making sales, and then maybe that you start to wonder, like, why am I not making a sale? Why is this not happening for me? And then self-doubt can start to emerge, and it's just, you need to take a moment to realize that this is all it's a fun adventure and experiment, and it's okay, and you can take your time, and we shouldn't be comparing ourselves to others. We're all on our own unique individual journeys. So I think that that's been a personal struggle for me, is sometimes those comparisons that pop up in my mind that cause self-doubt, and sometimes cause sadness, and just a flurry of thoughts that are not very productive. And then when I finally take a little step back and take a break and realign myself and remember why I'm here, and the friendships I'm making and the art I'm creating, then everything just starts to fall back into place. And there's also just so much support and love in this community. So I would also say that, if you're ever struggling, there's so much friendship and love, and you can always reach out for help, for assistance, for support. If you have questions, you can even ask me. You can ask Mantis, I'm sure, not to volunteer you, but we're both really caring people, and there's a lot of caring people in the community. So I would say take care of yourself and be open to reaching out if you need help, because there's just so much support and love here.
I love that, and I think that applies not just to the NFT space, but most of, I don't know if a lot of people, but there's a great percentage of people that is suffering of anxiety and all that mental health issues. That if you are struggling with that, ask for help. It's the only way, you know. Kind of a little bit toward. I mean, maybe I'm moving away from the NFT space and the NFT talk, but I think it's NFT is always, uh, in a sense, helping in a bad way to that struggling. That's something that we need to balance, and we need to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. So if you are struggling with that, ask for help.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I don't think we ever actually heard from Luke about what's coming up for Superlatives. So I'd like to set the stage for Luke because we have a ton of stuff coming up. Like December and January is absolutely huge for our community. So, Luke, take it away, man. Drop some alpha, but maybe keep it a little short because I know we want to open the floor for kind of like a Q&A
Q&A,
because
right?
there's tons of people in the community that I'm sure that have like a
Right,
bunch of questions for all these amazing teams. So what's
right.
happening?
Whew. All right, I'm kind of nervous right now. It's a heavy discussion for sure, and also it's what you call it? I don't know. The words right now is bullish for me. Okay. Oh, so yeah, what's happening with Superlative Secret Society? We actually on December have um, six agenda, which is we'll be going through this whole December. The first one is called delist SSS, which is people who delist their SSS NFT tokens will be raffled every 3 days up until the gallery opens. The reward will be a physical art signed directly by Mr. Witch himself. The rules are not allowed to register under 1 ETH until the event ends, which is December 11th until January 11th. That's the first one. The second one, bear with me, it's called Leveling Up Contest. So people who reach level 70 will be sent a physical art signed by Witch within December 11th, 2021 up until January 11th, 2022. And of course, by sending physical art, that means holders only. And then, drum roll, this is what we've been talked about recently, the DAO, Decentralized Autonomous Organization. Oh yeah, there's a slight correction. There are no minimum 1 ETH, so just everyone who deletes will be up for raffle. That's number one. And then about the DAO, people, my bad, people will be voting for the first time for repos with their SSS NFT tokens. The vote will start on December 11th, which is today, and we will talk about it later. And then the fourth one, the gallery daily countdown. The daily countdown of the gallery opening on January 11th, 2022, announced and tweeted every day. But there's a suggestion by using physical poster to count down. I mean, we're gonna share it on announcement, so it's basically a countdown announcement. And what we have been cooking up recently, our Nifty Tailor uh, collaborations, and which is already in progress on making that customized collection on Nifty Tailor. So on BAYC, MAYC, and etc. for the PFP. The least before Christmas, December 24th, it will be ready on niftytailor.com/SSS. Um, yep, that's all about it for Superlative Secret Society.
And then don't forget, we got grand opening Superlative Gallery in Bali, Legian in 11 January 2022. Right, Luke?
Very good. That's the president. Of course, Mr. President, trust the month.
Yeah.
Hello,
Mr.
everybody.
Mr. President, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine, Pebre.
Do I have a room on the Valley Gallery? I mean, can I sleep there? I can make coffee. I said that last time as well. I can make coffee. I can clean it up the desk.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. On permanent gallery, I can. I think you can live there, and you can camping on there.
Perfect, perfect. I'm packing my sleeping bag for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, the temporal gallery will be opening on 11 January 2022. So be ready, guys.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry. Before, who is Prasdiman?
Yeah, I don't know who I am.
Ouch, ouch.
Who are you, bro?
I don't
Suddenly
know who I am.
speaking. Yeah, so here
All
is
right, ladies and
Prasdiman.
gentlemen. So we have a little bit family issues right here. Bear with us.
Yeah. Yeah, so I will bring back to look.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, like Mr. President said, so we'll be opening our gallery on January 11th, and everybody, everyone, wherever you are right now, and of course, everyone's in Twitter space right now is invited. Feel free to come to in Bali, January 11th, 2022. For the exact location, you can everybody can look up on Google Map. It's called Blue Ocean Surf Shop. That's the exact location of the temporary gallery. It used to be a surf shop, but now it's Superlative Secret Society Gallery, the temporary one that is.
That
And
sounds
yeah,
great.
yep.
Are we? I think we are missing a few topics, but I don't know if you want to share that today or if you are preparing that for a different announcement or something. Look,
Sure, sure. What is it? What is it?
the Santa costume, I think.
The Santa costume?
You have the
Oh, I
Santa
think that was a
costume on
Nifty
Nifty
Taylor
Taylor
announcement.
look.
Oh, the Nifty Tailor. Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
can. I've said about the Nifty Tailor also. So yeah, which is already in progress. The least drop will be before Christmas for Nifty Tailor's customized costume. So it's for everybody. So not only holders, but everybody who interested with using Nifty Tailors with SSS official color palette and design will be available as soon as possible for Christmas. So it will be at niftytailor.com/SSS.
And when official merc?
Oh,
Oh,
whoop.
oh.
There you
And you
go.
got them in here. Okay, let let him speak.
We should bring that damn NFT to
Okay.
the floor, to the stage, man.
Okay. I think the teaser of official merch will be ready on 24th December before Christmas because we love Christmas.
That sounds. I want my Christmas present. No,
Yeah.
just
There you
kidding.
go.
Just kidding.
Okay.
Just kidding.
No, no, I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it. Mr. Boss, you don't forget Fabric, Hessel, and all other the leads needs to get their official hoodies on.
All right.
All
Let's go. Let's
right.
go. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I said it. I said it.
The hoodies with triple S. Dila, I don't know if I mean we talk about this with Kira answer Mantis, Crypto Daddy, but you never. I don't think that we give you the opportunity to talk about what's coming next for you.
Coming next for me is still working on 101's illustration for her story collections and uh, some collaboration projects with other uh, artists and I think that's all.
She's being too humble. I can't believe it. I mean, she's a superstar artist in Indonesia and being too humble and shy right now. Don't get fooled by
No,
her.
real.
I just do a quick search about her. All right. I've been missing out a lot. Thank you for having me
That's
here, man. It's yeah, man. I'm speechless. Come on, I'm nervous and speechless right now.
that's perfect. So we have a few artists right now, in Kira, Mantis, Arif. There's a few opportunities that you can make a collaboration, right?
Yeah,
Why not?
yeah.
There you go.
So
I already make do a collaboration with Kira before Superlative going public. So yeah, I still have debt for Kira. I will show you a few moments. So yeah,
oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
I can't wait to see it. See how it
yeah,
turned out.
yeah. I call this collaboration is a gift. Yeah, a gift from Kira to all the NFT space.
Oh, I'm really excited about it because you're one of my favorite artists that I
No,
first
no, no,
discovered months
no,
ago,
no,
and we became friends.
no, no, no,
There, she said it. She said it.
no, no. I still have your first dance NFTs in pesos, and I will hold it forever, Kira.
Oh, I hope it inspires you to dance sometimes.
Sure, sure.
Yes. You
Hey,
haven't
Pepe,
you
you
haven't
have any?
seen you haven't seen Kira's dancing moves? She's ready for AGT.
I think you need some class, which a dance class.
We should do a dance contest or something.
Yeah. Oh, this is kind of random, but right now I'm purchasing my first superlative.
Holy,
Oh
Wow.
holy.
Right now, it's happening. It's processing.
Let's go. Let's
Welcome to the
go.
family.
Yeah, I was
Welcome
like,
to the
Welcome to the
family.
family.
left
Welcome
out.
to the
I have to
family. We
buy
like
one.
the art.
So that's happening right now. I'm about to be part of your family, and I'm really excited. Yay!
Hey, so y'all better be working for the gallery, man. Better start raffle the tickets.
I
Yes,
want to
we
go.
are
FOMO
going.
engaged.
We're
Did you
going
say
to Bali, Kira.
January 11th?
Yep, January
Yes, ma'am.
11.
Okay,
Let's
I need a lucky
go, Bali.
tickets.
All right. Well, I
Or
think now let's maybe open up the floor for questions because I know there's probably a ton of people that want to speak and ask all these amazing artists and teams some questions. So I guess everybody just raise your hand if you want to ask something.
yes, if you can be like probably a few minutes per person. So I know it's like an hour and a almost an hour and a half. Crypto Daddy is in Australia now, and I'm pretty sure he wants to go and sleep. So if we can keep it short. Is anyone here that? Oh, I see Glenn requesting. So give me. All right, Glenn. Welcome to our Twitter space. Connecting.
Hey everyone, can you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Glenn!
Hey, Glenn.
Yeah, you're good.
Hey.
Hey, thank you. First of all, just want to say hello to all the amazing artists on here. It's really nice to just listen to this conversation and see everything that everyone's doing. My question is for my homies, Kira and Mantis. So, with the success of the Flower Girls project happening like so quickly, how did you all, from a project management standpoint, how did you all pivot to interact with each other to make sure that you could handle all of that surge in activity?
Yeah, that's a great question. So on Discord, we have some private rooms where the core team and core moderators basically we're in touch 24/7. So at any time, if I wake up in the middle of the night and I check in on there, people are we're working. So all throughout the process, we've just been in constant contact. And um, early on, we had some people in the community who were just very passionate about what we were doing, and they quickly kind of just blossomed into almost being a part of the official team, really. And so we have a lot of people who are just so supportive, so on top of it, and assumed upon themselves these positions to really help us to manage everything happening. Just having that that core group of passionate people who are ready to assist, answer questions, and be there at all hours of the day, since this is an international community. So that's been not just helpful but necessary to have those people. And also, hi Glenn, it's so nice to hear your voice.
Hey buddy. That was it. Thanks.
I'm sorry, I can't see or hear
Thank
Glenn, but hello. Still semi-rugged here.
Hey Mantis.
Mantis, Glenn was asking about how we just managed everything happening so quickly, essentially.
Oh yeah, you covered it. Good help.
Do we have any other questions? I saw someone that requested, but I got an error when I tried to promote him or her. That's one thing I always, or maybe it's my mistake, but we assume that everyone is a he, and it's not fair.
Yeah, I've been surprised quite a few times. And I always feel really bad about it. I'm always like, hey bro. I say bro a lot. Bro, bruv, my guy. And then you hop on a call with somebody and they're like, oh, by the way, I'm a cis. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Oh man.
We need to change that. We need to, eventually move away from the bro.
Yeah, that's why, like, if you see me in the chats, I try not to say bro anymore. I just say homie. I just call everybody homie.
Yeah, that's a good technique. So we have non-fungible investing. How are you?
How's it going, everyone? Can you hear me?
Going great.
Yo. We are
yes,
good, bro.
We can hear you.
First of all, I wanted to congratulate the 3 projects that are talking. I'm a really big fan of them. I'm just a part of the Superlatives right now, but I hope I can jump into the other 2. I'm a huge fan of the Humanoids. Just need some liquidity. Don't we all? I was wondering, the Humanoids, where are the core members of your group based on?
Like where are we located?
Yeah, or where you from? Yeah.
Well, I can speak for myself. So I'm from Canada, but currently I'm in Australia. But the team ourselves, we're all over the world. That's why we've been able to monitor the Discord and do the community management the way that we have, because we're all in different time zones. And what's good about it is there is overlap. So even though we are in different time zones, those time zones tend to overlap, and there's always people active. But the other thing with our team is that we are all anonymous, so I can't really divulge where everybody is because I want to respect their privacy. But I'm happy to tell you, I'm in Australia and I'm from Canada.
Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. That's something that I really like, and that's something that I really like from the Superlatives, that we are spread all over the world. So that's something really appealing to the projects. And from the Superlative side, I have 2 questions that I haven't gotten the chance to ask in the last Twitter Spaces. First, in the physical gallery, are you planning to have only Superlative art, or are you gonna open the space for more artists to show their work?
Can I answer this? All right, I'll answer it.
Let's go, Luke.
Yeah, man. So yeah, we are not only selling Superlative Secret Society in our gallery, but we are open to literally everyone who's interested. Just give us, hook us up on DMs on Twitter or Instagram or even Discord. Just let us know and we'll put you on the stage on our gallery, just like that. I mean, this is a grand opening, so maybe terms and condition will maybe follow up later on, but for now, on DM, put you on the show on the gallery, just like that.
That is
I
amazing
think,
me.
yeah, I think it will be an international exhibition NFTs in our gallery that we still plan to in 2022.
Yep.
Yep, for
Right.
sure.
That is incredible. That just made me love the project a lot more. That's what it's all about. And last but not least, the Nifty Taylor collaboration. I'm super bullish on that. I've been looking for a sweatshirt for my Rumble Kong with the SS pattern for a while. Will I be able to get something like that with the Nifty Taylor collaboration?
Yeah, as long as it's in Nifty Tailor list, I think which will be making each and every one of them. But for now, I think there are three options. But if you want to request like your what you call the collection of PFP, just let us know which one is it, or maybe you can say it right now, and maybe I'll put a note and let Which know. And well, of course, he is listening right now, and we'll do something about it. I mean, it's obviously before Christmas we'll be ready.
Awesome. Yeah, I hope the Rumble Kongs can get there. I would love to see a Rumble Kong Superlative collaboration also in the physical world merch, because some of the NBA players are repping the merch now, and I'm pretty sure they would like to have some Rumble Kong merch with the Superlative pattern. We all love that. We've seen how it explodes on Twitter. Well, that's all from me. Sending much love from Mexico as always. Keep up the good work.
Thanks, fam.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Much love from Indonesia too.
So we have Liz, Lil on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
Hi
Okay.
guys, how are you? So I've seen Superlative Secret Society like a lot, and a lot of people like the art. It's very beautiful. So it's kind of like the art sells itself, right? And for me, I'm a one of one artist. My collection is up top, and I just want like some advice from you guys of how do you get started? Like how did you reach your level of notoriety? Any type of tips like that, like for people that are just kind of starting out. Thanks.
Can I answer it again?
Yeah.
We actually take turns, so I'm gonna ask permission each and every time. So,
Yeah, go on, go on.
so first things first. Since day one, said it enough to people because family is everything. Like nobody left behind or forgotten. Obviously, it was taken from Lilo and Stitch, but it is what it is, and that's what we're doing right now. So communication with the community is the key. Like Crypto Daddy said, the longevity. It's a mouth twisting. So longev
Longevity?
longe- longevity. The longevity is in the community, and that's exactly is. And it's not as simple as the word. I mean, it's really hard because we got to keep like updating, and people's come and gone and come and go, and we have to like adjust more and more with the community, and to get more exposure because yeah, we need to find some gimmicks to the community like supportive. We like the art chant, so people are like shouting we like the art, and also engaging with other people like spreading the words about we like the art. I think that's what we're doing, and of course listening to the community, um, to get more. I know how to say it, to grow more. So it's not basically a standstill community, but we gotta evolve. I mean, the funny thing is, well, I think a couple of months back we have a push-up competition, which is a unique because I haven't seen any NFT collectible that's doing a healthy contest for its community. So the push-ups really, really out of the box, but it's working. I mean, we like the art and stay healthy at the same time. So things like that, it's coming from the community. If you ask, basically the answer is in the community itself to spread the word about, in this case, your collectible or project. At least that's from me and on behalf of my friends and team.
Hey Liz, so I speak in a lot of marketing spaces for like up and coming artists and NFT spaces, and what I'd really suggest, but not only suggest, but maybe point out to you is that, your participation in something that's accessible to everybody, which is these spaces, right? Um, Participate in as many spaces as you can, spaces that pertain to maybe your style of art. So if you're a photographer, if you're a painter, if you're a digital artist, and engage in those spaces with the communities that are the most similar to your style. And once you start doing that, you'll notice that the networking alone pays off in dividends. Um, I come from a background in film production and broadcast and content creation, and I owe the a major part of my success to networking, and this is no different. Find artists that you can collaborate with. A collaborative piece with another artist that maybe they have a little bit more of a following than you, but you guys share a lot of the same aesthetics and values. Those type of initiatives will be huge for you. And then getting on platforms like Foundation, seeing if anybody has an extra invite, and get your art on there. Those things are huge, but guess what? They're all free, and all it takes is a little effort and a lot of participation. And I really hope you take advantage of this because this is all free. It's free for everybody. It's free for you. And, just by you coming up here and asking that question, I'm sure there's a lot of people who have already clicked on your profile and have already done a little bit of investigating. So I hope you seize the opportunity.
Yeah, totally. That was really helpful from both of you. Like, definitely the collaboration is a great idea that I haven't even really thought of. I'm definitely in Twitter spaces every day. I know this is kind of like where it's at. Like, you got to be, it's almost like NFT NYC every single day, like just like in these little offices that are called Twitter spaces. So it's cool. So I will try all of that. And I guess the other question is like, how did you guys build your community? Did you just put the project out and go into Twitter spaces, or like was there anything special that helped you build?
From Superlative Secret Society, believe it or not, what we're doing is basically, of course, communication with our core mods team. Like we have Indonesian mods and for foreigner mods. So we put some room and chat with everyone there and plan something. And after that, yeah, the word is just do it. So plan and then do, plan and do. It's repeatedly. So that's what happened. And of course, it's learning by doing also, because each and everyone in Superlative Secret Society is 0 hours in NFT space. So yeah, learning by doing and plan and do it. That's I think that's from me.
What you can do as well is if there are any communities, discords that you think are doing a good job, I would suggest you join those discords, talk in the community, and just kind of sit back and take some notes, observe, see what they're doing, see what they're, I call these engagement programs, right? Obviously there's your cliche kind of, post, tag a friend, retweet, you have those types of programs, but there's other projects doing a lot of other things. So join as many discords as you can, see what the community is like, see what the engagement is like, and try to find what they're using as motivators for those engagements, and see if you can apply it and integrate it into your own Discord.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't know if this is helpful, but in my experience, like I find that the NFT community is a lot like kind of like the music community and like the music scenes that I grew up with, where like I kind of came from like a punk scene, right? Where you have your small communities, like your small local communities, and by going to each other's shows and supporting each other's work, you kind of network within your own small communities, and those small communities eventually grow, and maybe the bands that you're associated with open up for bigger acts, and then it just grows naturally. So in my experience, it's all about just making those connections, supporting other artists, and just kind of coming up together and building those Discord, opening up those excuse me, those communication lines, like creating a Twitter, creating a Discord, and then just inviting everybody in.
Totally. Like, I think everybody wants the magic to happen in like 2 seconds, but it's a daily grind in and out, you know, just always focusing on what your goal is, like you said.
Yeah. And Twitter, right? I mean, I think that Twitter is, I think already Crypto Daddy mentioned and someone else, but Twitter Spaces, Twitter post, and that's how you you get more visibility, more eyeballs, and
The hashtag, the right hashtag will get you there. I mean, that's the magic of Twitter.
yeah, I don't think there is a secret sauce, but it is.
Yep.
A lot of work.
Yeah, I agree with everything that's been said. And for my journey, my perspective, all of this is just building friendships, really. And the more consistently you are here in the community, building those friendships, the quicker your community is going to grow. For me, I started in this space about 7 months ago, and when I was first on Twitter, I had no clue how to use Twitter. B, I had like 200 or 300 followers. And then I just started showing up every day, connecting, making friends, and literally within a few months, I gained thousands of followers, and now I've reached 10,000 followers in about 6 months, and that's all just from being friends with people. And the coolest, most magical thing is that you're going to be growing alongside people who maybe they started out as an artist who maybe they weren't a collector at first, but as they grow, as your friends grow, they become collectors. And next thing you know, you are collecting from other people. They're collecting your work. They're connecting you to their collectors. And it's just this natural ebb and flow of love and friendship that becomes, sales. So to me, I just look at everything as making a new friend and having that authentic connection, and then it just grows from there. And yeah.
Totally. I love it.
Yeah, and just be as supportive as possible, you know, retweeting and comments and, you know, collecting if you can. There's a lot of inexpensive work on Tezos, especially. You know, the comparison to the local music scene. You know, if you don't go to your friends' shows and then you have a show, and then you ask them to come to your show, they might not be as willing to come. So, you know, you really have to, you know, you get what you give here, and it's really important to show that support wherever you can. And in most cases, it's free.
Totally. Like, providing value for people is essential in keeping those relationships too.
Yep. Agree.
All right. Do we have any more questions? Just
We
raise your
have,
hand.
yes, we have Mend Gems NFT coming. That was a great question, Liz, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks. I'll step down to listener so other people can come up. Thank you so much again.
Thanks, Liz.
All right, so Mind Gems, how are you?
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I had a lot of questions, but in the end, a lot of people asked those, and you had a really nice pace. I want to thank you all for your time, for everything that you did, for NFT culture, and for all the projects that are in here, because they look super awesome.
Thank you.
I want one quick question. Did any one of you used like paid advertising, or you are growing it all organically?
I'll go first. Superlative Secret Society, it's all organic. Believe it or not, it's all organic. I mean, Cabri and Queso is
been here with us since day one, I could say, and it's all organic happening right now, and things are well, it's learning by doing and also progressing by taking a look at people who succeed, and that's what we're doing right now. It's all organic. All right, stage is yours, maybe Mantis, Kira, Dila, or
Yeah.
Crypto Daddy.
Ours is also all organic. It's been very magical to see people just, be passionate about what we're doing and to naturally and authentically market for us. And yeah, we have some exciting things happening behind the scenes of really cool brands that we really align with that are, yeah, just super exciting things happening. And again, it's just all organic, and we've been really grateful for that. Because I think at the core of Flower Girls, it's a very loving community. Where a lot of this is for the kids, for the future generations, and so we're really happy to be attracting in really kind, loving, supportive energy and cool brands that want to support us. So thank you to everyone who has supported us thus far.
I'm pretty honored to say that I'm up here with other projects that have had organic growth. The Humanoids, same thing. We've never paid anybody. We've never given a free NFT to a celebrity, and it's all been something that's happened, naturally and of course organically. But going forward, the organic growth only goes so far. When people ask about paid marketing or advertising, we are doing initiatives that will cost money, but that's not necessarily paying for likes and invites and stuff like that. Like something I'm excited about is something that didn't cost too much. We're doing augmented reality with our NFTs. So yes, it's a form of marketing, and we have to pay for it, but it's not necessarily those, pay me and I'll get you this many followers and stuff like that. Like that's not, you don't ever want to pay for stuff like that. That stuff doesn't pay off. Maybe one of your posts will get engagement, but after that, you won't. You're just gonna encourage like prize chasers or bots to come and onto your posts and give you fake engagement. So I don't ever recommend those kinds of things. And I think it's the people up here and the projects up here are a testament to organic growth, and that success does happen from organic growth. So just stay the course and keep building your communities and your projects, and it is achievable. It is attainable.
Okay, thank you very much. I really think that you all deserve it because I followed some of your projects even earlier, and now when I hear you also, it's super, super fun. And I'm glad that I'm early on this because as soon as I accomplish something, I'll get also into all of your projects because I like them very much. Thank you for your answers, and I'll see you on the next space. Good luck to everyone.
Thank you, sir. Feeling is mutual. Will do.
Have a good one, guys. And girls, of course. We need more girls in spaces because they are more mature than us guys,
Right. I gotcha.
Okay, let's give someone else space. I'll leave this one. Thank you all. See you soon.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for the question.
Thank you. And quick wording. I will be giving some thread, which is inside its follow Superlative and each other. So make sure we follow each other from this Twitter space. LFG. All right, carry on.
All right, so we have CC's used car lot. Welcome.
Oh, hey everyone. So, just a little introduction to myself. You can call me CC. big into car photography. Specifically, I'm a big fan of used car photography and seeing it compiled into a lot of work. And that kind of led me to this interest to where the NFT space is so lucrative and auto-generative with the capital that it has coming into it. Kind of wanted to start a cool experiment using Foundation's resources. I consider myself kind of a performance artist. Excuse me. And right now I'm trying to undertake this mission of starting a really mundane used car shop on Foundation. Because if selling it through NFTs, the whole entire project is about trying to find ways to give back and then also be auto-generative in ways of creating and designing cars. Whoever purchases the NFT just gets the car that I'm selling. And I have a fun time taking pictures of the cars, creating the GIFs, creating like this fake whole entire ad world centered around just used cars and trying to abuse the Foundation platform to have it work to its advantage. So if anyone wants a car and be the first one to buy a car with an NFT, that's what this project is about. Trying to see how we can take the platform and, even though art is a great form of it, still incorporate art into everyday activities such as selling a used car. But yeah.
I think it's funny you brought that up. So I was actually talking to a colleague, or actually a bunch of colleagues, the other day about NFTs and cars, and how, you know, a car essentially over time goes down in value. It depreciates, right? But if there's an NFT attached to that car, possibly, depending on how you do it, the NFT goes up in value, even if the car depreciates. So it's kind of like you get a, not utility, but you get some extra bonus of buying a car through an NFT, because
I feel like we live in such a time of obscurity to where like selling a 2010 Hyundai for an obscene amount of price to just drive up the value of it. Like, going off of what you're saying is like, that's the whole entire thought behind this, is that trying to turn something so mundane into having value, something that everyone needs. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I was talking about this idea with, like I said, a bunch of colleagues of mine, and you know, as a joke, I wanted to do a project similar to that. It wasn't with photography; it was through a different medium. But you know, I think it's cool, man. I think you should. I don't know if you've gotten involved in a lot of spaces, but you know, are you actually going to be doing like a legit used car lot through an NFT, like through the blockchain?
Yes, that's what this is my first space, so hurrah for that. But I'm using Foundation's services to mint the NFTs, create the smart contract, so it's within that collection. Mostly because Foundation has been really voicing this interest of like, oh, with these new collections, you can have mixtapes and fashion shows all centered around art. But there's collections of other beautiful things, such as like the two cars that I'm selling right now on Foundation are my first cars. It's an old BMW E30 1988 325 IS for anyone familiar. I grew up in that car. I had a lot of lovely experiences in that. The second one's a 2010 Hyundai that I still currently drive. I have a lot of attachment to these cars that I like utilize them, and to sell them off in this project. I eventually wanted to get to the point to where it can be so auto-generative with income that the project is like, okay, picking up a used car, customize the shit out of it to my specific artistic interests, and then sell that car as an art piece through the Foundation service.
Yeah, sure. I think it's a great idea. You know, what I would definitely suggest to you is there are a lot of, without sounding rude because it's not a rude term in my opinion, but there's a lot of shill spaces. I would definitely suggest you hit up every single one of those and start plugging your project, because I think you could get a lot of people interested in it.
Thank you. Well, I definitely think that's probably good advice.
Yeah. Were there any questions that you had for any of the projects up here, since you're starting your own project, and it seems like you're in the beginning stage of it. You have the opportunity right now to talk to several projects and people who are involved in the teams on these projects, to get any kind of insight. Was there anything you wanted to ask anybody?
I guess I wanted to ask how you guys are going about creating an experience that is past digital in the artistic world, but while still incorporating NFTs, only because I'm a big collector at heart. I love finding artists online, which is great, but then there was nothing like going to a museum when they actually had an exhibit and buying a piece of their work in, say, like the gift shop. That tangible thing. I'm looking at posters on my wall right now that allude to these experiences. So I guess I just want to ask people who already have really big collections going what their plans might be, or what they might have done in the past to inhibit something that's more than a collector just pressing a button, how they're going further with that relationship, whether it is just a relationship or a tangible product.
I think it's different for every project. Primarily, I think ultimately it has to do with their community, right? And what they see they can do with their community. Yours is more of an independent project at the moment, only two pieces. But I know, like, for example, with our project, what I'm seeing a lot of is people really want to do events, right? People really want to do meetups, and well, how do you turn something, like you said, a digital image into something in IRL, in the real world? Well, you have your holders and you grant holder benefits. You throw exclusive parties, exclusive access, merchandise, right? They can have something to own that represents the project in real life. We're doing augmented reality. They can scan and view their digital image that in the real world, right? There's lots of ways to do it. It just depends on what you yourself are capable of, what your abilities are, and if you have a community, what they want, right? It kind of encompasses all those things. There's not really one solid answer. I think without realizing it, something you're doing is experience, right? Somebody is purchasing an NFT, but they're getting a physical asset. That's an experience in itself. And I don't know if you're aware of that, if you consider that an experience, but I know I do.
It definitely alluded me to wanting to ask that question and hear other people's examples.
Yeah,
that's great. We have been here for almost 2 hours now. So thank you for all the questions. I think we have one more. Oops, list. We have art by Aresu. I don't know if we have more questions from this. Let me promote you as well. And this will be the last question. So thanks everyone.
Time flies, eh? Time flies real fast. My God.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is the last questions.
Just really quick, in terms of having a Discord, when you guys created one, did you have someone formally make it? Because I'm worried about just making one as a random person, not understanding security issues. Can you talk a little bit about that? Thank you again.
Well, I don't know. Crypto Daddy, maybe stage is yours.
No, I was actually going to say I preferred, I'll jump in after if there's anything needed, but I prefer you guys to speak.
You know what? From my experience, I think the wording is best if you. I'm leaving the stage to you right now.
I mean, Pebra, you can answer this. I mean, we've set up Discords before. For the most part, We set them up, and we just went through. We just had to go through security measures as the community grew. Like in the beginning, you're not really going to have that many people, unfortunately. But as it grows, then you'll really have to respond to some of the security concerns. I know Flower Girls it's probably going through growing pains with this right now. I know we did. We were constantly going through growing pains with it. But what you'll find is in the beginning, you're just basically growing a small base, and you'll know everybody in the Discord. Eventually, some odd names are going to pop up, and maybe they're going to start shilling their own projects. Maybe not maliciously, but maybe there are bots or spam links that you do need to be aware of. But as your community grows, you will have to like look into security measures like authentication and creating. That's why a lot of these Discords have different roles, because in Discord, if you have a certain role, then you can really lock down certain channels. And so in the beginning, you may be able to lock down channels just based on like emojis and stuff like that. But then eventually, you will have to get into the collab land kind of security measures and that sort of thing. And really, what we're dealing with Superlatives is once you do grow to a certain size, you do have you're more susceptible to bots, and we're doing constant pruning on our Discord to make sure that we're able to reduce the amount of bots. But I think that you can maintain it by yourself in the beginning. But yeah, you do need to be aware that as it grows, you'll have to look to have certain security bots in place to protect your community.
And I will add to that, not just to the Discord server, but also as a Discord user, right? So make sure that you accept DMs just from friends. That's obviously it's hard to connect with people if you have that close, but it will help to. Right now we have so many scams and so many things that are trying to get everything that you have in your wallet. So I would say we need to be very, very careful. We don't open any link. Don't jump into any like Discord invite. Make sure that you protect yourself first, and then obviously Discord from a Discord server or Discord project perspective, phone verification. I mean, there's a few things and then needs to be implemented for sure.
Yeah, like it's super scary. Like I know a lot of the like scams that go on, and just having random people try to scam people all the time. I was like, I don't know how to create a like I could make a basic Discord, but I don't know what I'm doing. And I saw like Society of Derivative Apes, like somebody got in there and like sent some link and took everybody's stuff, so they had to like replenish all that stuff. So I'm trying to avoid as many mistakes as I can. And then also just the lack of transparency, that everything's anonymous, and it's like, who can I actually trust to make a good Discord? So I think I'll probably reach out to you guys at some stage of like, who did you work with that you can vouch is good? Like the space needs a lot of transparency to continue the security, like to keep it safe for everybody, I would say. But yeah, thank you.
Sure. Yes, sure thing. And feel free to connect us and, me, Castle, or someone from Flower Girls or Crypto, the Humanoids. I'm pretty sure that we will have someone there that can work with you or help you.
Yeah, sharing is caring.
Thank you.
All right. So I think that was the last question. Thanks for that. So let's wrap it up. I know it's super late or super early right now for Crypto Daddy. It's almost 6 a.m. probably.
Yeah, 6 o'clock in the morning for me.
Ouch. Sorry. So I don't know if you can talk about like final words regarding Flower Girls, regarding Humanoids. Talk about your collection, what's coming next. I don't know if anything that you haven't shared right now. Feel free. The stage is yours.
I guess for our final words for Flower Girls, if you haven't joined our Discord already, feel free to join our family there. And yeah, we have so many exciting things coming up, and we're busy getting it all ready to go. Varvara is working on the art for the airdrops for our holders, and we are collecting art from really talented young artists, and we're going to be featuring that in exhibits. So stay tuned for information about that. And soon we'll be doing the exciting cross-pollination of NFTs if you are holding more than two. So be sure to check out what's listed on the secondary market and see if you find one that you connect with so that you can join our Flower Girls family. And yeah, we're really excited to be on this adventure with all of you. And we're just so grateful for the support, and we're really grateful for not just the support of Flower Girls, but the support of children NFT artists and supporting the future, and giving back to these charities that are going to help the youth. So thank you all so much, and always feel free to reach out to us on Discord or DM us on Twitter. So thank you. Such a pleasure to be here, and I'm really honored, and you all are very amazing and talented individuals. So thank you again for having us.
Thank you. We are honored. So Mantis, Crypto Daddy, Diela, you wanna go next?
Yeah, I'll just echo everything that Kira just said about Flower Girls. Really excited about the future ahead, and if you're not in, it's not too late to get in, and just know that of your of the royalties, 20% is going to go to charity, 5% is going to go to collecting kids' art. So really cool effect of your purchase. So hope to see you all in the Discord and here on Twitter. Thanks so much for having us here today.
I'm just going to say thank you everyone here, Superlative, for inviting me, having me here. That's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, again, what Diela said, thanks for having us here. I myself, I'm always honored and thrilled to come to speak with people interested in the NFT space, and alongside amazing projects and developers and artists and team members from other projects. It's something I enjoy and I look forward to every day. With our project, I touch base on our companion drop. I touch base on our merch drop, augmented reality. If you're in the chat right now or in the space right now and you have Instagram, go to our Instagram account. We haven't announced it, but you might see something a little interesting there, a little Easter egg. So I'll leave that to your discovery. But regardless of the future, which I'm very excited about, we have some cool collaborations that I'm working on, day in and day out. But aside from that, come check out our art. One thing that people don't know, at least I don't think they know, is we have 4K PFPs. We have 4K images. We're like the first 4K PFP project. And come into the Discord. Come talk to the community. It's never a dull moment. Everybody's having fun. Everybody's joking. Everybody's laughing. And you'll get to see their images. And when you see the detail that Cutter, the artist, the creator, put into this, you'll be blown away. Like, I can't stress enough how he's really changed the way that I look at NFTs. I after seeing the detail to the most minuscule imperfection or perfection, I'll never look at an NFT the same way again. And I invite everybody to come check it out, because it'll open your eyes to what's to come, not just with our project, but with other projects.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And I guess I can speak really briefly for Superlatives. What we have coming up is everything that Luke dropped in terms of alpha regarding the gallery opening and the DAO and all that stuff. We'll have that in an announcement soon. We're really excited about working with the community for all the DAO proposals that we have coming up. And just bear with us. We'll get it all in writing, and really look forward to all the all the updates, because like I said, December and January are going to be huge for our community. I'm so stoked. We've been waiting months to release all this information. So yeah, stay tuned. And yeah, thanks for all the projects that joined, and much love. Follow everybody in the channel, and we'll see you around.
Yeah, thanks everyone for your participation today. I mean, it was amazing. I love the answers, the questions, everything. And
It's all perfect.
before,
Thank you so
look,
much.
I don't know if
Yeah,
you saw that, but you know, there's
yeah,
a
yeah.
Twitter post Kira posted already like a few minutes ago with the superlative that she purchased. So welcome to the fan.
Welcome to the family.
Yay! Thank you for joining your family.
Yeah, don't forget to get verified on the Discord.
All right, yeah, much love, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Thanks, everyone.
It's an honor, each and every one of you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Bye, everybody. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you,
Thank
Diela.
you. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Mantis, Kira.
Yay!
Thanks, family. Thanks, Chris. Thanks,
Okay, so
Daniel, and
y'all
everyone
be
that joined our space. Thank you
so much.
And Mantis. Okay.
All right, peace out. Peace out.